got to Oregon, Southern Oregon, I decided to settle here. I decided to get a job, and I got one in July. And then I bought a house in August, so it all happened really quickly. I'm still trying to sell the truck, which I still have, so that'll be a good ending to my chapter of traveling with truck and trailer. My beloved Ricky died last October. He died in October, kind of suddenly, so hopefully it was painless. He had a great life of travel and fun, and just the day before he died, he was chasing a squirrel and he seemed to be feeling great. So my beloved boy is gone. So thanks to all of you who knew him and loved him. So since I've been in Oregon for the last year and a half, I got a job immediately at one of the local hospitals. I have 4 hospitals in the area, plus a lot of surgery centers, so that's good for work. And the price of housing was high, but not as high as California. And it's just beautiful here. Well, I should say it's beautiful most of the time, or some of the time. It's beautiful in spring and fall. Summertime can be very smoky and intolerably hot. And winter is just months and months of gray. I'm having a hard time with all that. So I don't think it's gonna be my permanent solution or my permanent place to live, but we shall see. A friend of mine asked me via text, just out of the blue, if I would be interested in adopting a female shepherd at the rescue. So me and Ricky went down to the rescue in Northern California, and we saw this little shepherd girl. Her name is Olive, and Ricky liked her and I liked her, so we just decided to foster this girl. And we had arranged for her to be delivered to the house the next week. Well, the night before she got here is the night Ricky died. And they were actually moving his body out of the house when I was moving Olive into the house. And that was a horrible day because of losing Ricky, but I guess Olive was meant to be with me because she helped me through it. So she's been a great addition for me, and the timing was unbelievable, and I guess Ricky knew that she was coming. The other thing that happened is that I couldn't resist. I had been thinking about it for about a year. You know, Ricky was getting older. I was thinking about a puppy. So guess what I got? What happened after that was a complete shock and surprise to me. I was laid off at work. I didn't see it coming at all. There were no rumors or whispers that they would be laying people off. We all knew that the company was, in their own words, in a dire financial situation, and the future was not looking so bright. But to be laid off as a nurse, that was the first time in my life. I think it took me a couple of weeks to have it sink in. The hospital offered me other jobs at their main center, but it all seemed like a step down to me at the time. I immediately got an interview with the other hospital in town and thought, I'm going to have to learn all new systems again, with feeling of dread. Maybe I'll make another video sometime about how I came to the decision, but to sum it up, I decided to do what I really wanted to do instead of what I dreaded. And I was not going to get another job at another dreary hospital following their corporate rules and being a cog in a dysfunctional machine. After taking a long and serious look at my financial situation, I decided not to work for a while and instead go to Mexico to live. Mexico Pueblitos.
I guess it wasn't a coincidence that I had been watching YouTube videos about living overseas. I had just downloaded the application for temporary residency in Mexico the day before I got canned. I had been talking to a coworker about how life was short and maybe not working was a good idea. So once I had made the decision, there was so much to do. I had to liquidate my household. That was the biggest thing. I sold and gave away so much. The rest I packed into a little storage unit and into my car. I had to figure out the phone situation, my mail situation, how the dogs could go, do I need a visa, preparing the house for a tenant while I was gone and coming up with a lease agreement, my banking options. There were endless details to take care of. I told my son and my family, and they were supportive as usual. I was then planning a route south and reading a lot of Facebook group pages about driving in Mexico. I had driven many times before, up through the Central Highlands, in Quintana Roo, no problem, but crossing the border into Sonora and Sinaloa, Mexico was a little bit different.